Hey kings, hey queens, your girl Jessica here again with another word of encouragement for you all. But of course, I can't come and not remind you of how amazing, how awesome, how beautiful, how handsome, how gifted, how talented, and how unique you all are. Above all things, you are the carriers of purpose, and purpose lives within you. You are not an afterthought, you are not a mistake. You are not here by chance or by coincidence. You are here because God chose you to be here. He selected you to be here on earth for such a time like this. He created you with a purpose and for a purpose. Purpose lives within you, and you are the carriers of purpose. No, I know you may be saying, why does Jessica want to give a word of encouragement to us? Jessica wants to give a word of encouragement because there were days when I myself needed a word of encouragement. I desperately needed someone to tell me it's going to be okay. I needed someone to tell me that my mess is not just for being a mess, but my mess, God will use it and turn it into a message that will help someone who is going through or will go through something similar to what I've gone through or I am going through. I desperately needed someone to tell me that I am loved, that I am appreciated, that I am valuable, that I have purpose, that I'm not a mistake, that I am not bad or worthless. I desperately needed someone to reassure me that I was here because God chose me. I am here because I am loved, and I had no one to do that. I took up my phone sometimes to bring a message, to give a word of encouragement, and I have several thoughts going through my mind because there's so much I would like to share. There's so much I would like to speak on. There's so much I would like to say to you. So much I'd like to say to someone that is feeling hopeless. Someone is feeling that they cannot make it. Someone is feeling like, oh, it was better that if I was not born. There's so many thoughts that goes through my mind when I think about coming to you to give you a word of encouragement. Earlier this week I went to a funeral, and as I went to the funeral, I saw this gentleman that I knew from my childhood. He lived in the community where I grew up. Now, when growing up, I used to love going to Sunday school. There were several ministers who came to our community center because the community didn't really have a church, and they would keep Sunday school. So I would sing. I would always be singing praises unto God. I would always be singing. And I remember one Sunday, I saw this gentleman and I was singing. I was singing and singing, and there was some conversation. And that man opened his mouth and he said, "You will not do anything more than dance go in Ocherius." No, at that time, I did not know anything about life and death being in the power of your tongue. But that day when I saw him, I remember that gentleman spoke that word over my life. Now I know God must have brought back that memory to me for me to break that word, because we have the authority to cancel those things, those negative words that were spoken over our lives. We have the authority given by God to cancel them, because life and death is indeed in the power of our tongue. The Bible says we shall declare a thing and it shall come to pass. We shall say the sick shall say they are strong and they be strong. The poor shall say they are rich. Let the weak say they are strong. Let the sick say that they are healed. There are many times when I did not have, and I spoke from a place of lack. I spoke from a place of lack of understanding, because I did not understand that the Lord was supplying all my needs according to his riches in glory. Now, this man spoke negatively into my life. There were a lot of times in my life when I felt like, oh, my life is all doom and gloom. I felt like I had no hope. I had nowhere to go. And even though I did not end up dancing go-go like he said, I did not end up becoming an exotic dancer like he said I would be. I had times in my life when I felt like I was worthless. I felt like I was this bad girl. I did not know what it meant to be loved. I never had anyone telling me that they love me outside of men who try to prey on me. I could not differentiate between what it means to be loved and what it means when somebody actually just want to say that so they can take advantage of you. Today I want to say to you, break the narrative. Whose script are you playing out? Whose script are you living out today? Are you living out the script of those who say you will be nothing? Are you living out the script of who God created you to be? Have you broken the cycle? Have you broken the curse? Have you canceled those negative things that were spoken over your life? Or are you walking in the shadows of those who expected you to be nothing, who expected you to amount to nothing at all? Today I want to encourage us. While I encourage you, I encourage myself. Continue speaking positively over your life. Continue being intentional in breaking those curses that have been spoken over your lives. Some of us are battling with some monsters, some giants that we don't even know where they came from. They came from way back in our generational lineage. We have generational curses of teenage pregnancies, broken marriages, abandonment, and rejection, just to name a few. We have the authority to speak over those curses. We have the authority to break those curses, not only from off our lives, but from off the lives of our children and our children to come. God made us for a purpose. He created us special. We are so special that the Bible says, for God so loved us that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but we should have everlasting life. God loved us so much that he sent his Son, Jesus Christ, to die for us, to die for you, and to die for me. If you were a mistake or an afterthought, this would not be so. There is nothing that God does that is a mistake. He does nothing by chance or by coincidence. God is intentional. So if he created you, if he allowed you to be here, it is because there is a purpose for you to fulfill. So today I want you to be resolute. I want you to be so determined in fulfilling that purpose which God has created you to fulfill. You are the carriers of purpose. Purpose lives within you. Your mess is a message for someone who is going through or will go through something similar to what you have passed through and have overcome. Your mess will be a message. Your past lays the foundation for the purpose that God has called you to fulfill. So do not be ashamed. Do not be discouraged. Do not think that you are by chance or coincidence. Do not think that it was better for you to not have been born, because God made you special. He made you for such a time like this. You were created for a purpose. Purpose lives within you. So I want you to remember that you are a purpose carrier, created for a purpose and with a purpose. Be purpose focused, be purpose driven, and pursue your purpose, because purpose lives within you.